Don't Look Up is a truly stellar satire of the social, political, and media complications that can unexpectedly arise at the end of the world. We thought we were in for a laugh, weren't we? According to Adam McKay's marketing and the film's opening title cards, the film's most joyous moment is when Leonardo DiCaprio's Dr. Randall Mindy and Jennifer Lawrence's PhD candidate Kate Dibiasky eat dinner with family, friends, and a new fiancé just before the comet strikes. But that's not necessarily true. I think that every single reference of the movie to our real life situations nowadays are the best moments of the film. A vacation from attempting to force facts into those people's thick heads is a good thing. At least, the latest star-studded political satire released by Netflix was a real mind game, leaving audiences questions and answers here and there and meaningful realizations about society, politics, and human stupidity. The movie threw so many references, and if you're anything like us who did nothing but point all these references out during the film, then you're in luck, because today's video will tackle all about the references made in the latest pitch black humor that is Don't Look Up. But before that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell if you haven't yet for more videos like this. Also, watch out for some major spoilers coming along your way. Now, let's launch. 1. Humanity's failure to believe the scientist mirrors how we face the unprecedented global health challenge of today. While it's evident that the story is a metaphor for humanity's failure to accept the grim truths of climate change, it also comes at a time when the second year of the illness has just begun, and the new developments that happen every day. McKay wrote and began planning this project before the illness, but the impact is more horrific now. Not just because the film's most caricatured characters all have a veil of truth surrounding them. Indeed, the movie is technically a fictional story, just as it's supposedly a comedy, but the fact that there are echoes of the real world in each larger-than-life cartoon character allows it to play differently. 2. The Color of Money. The Oval Office is one of the most meticulously recreated rooms in film history, one of the most recognizable images in political filmmaking. President Obama's desk is featured prominently in the new film Don't Look Up, even though it took Randall, Kate, and Dr. Teddy Oglethorpe a long time to secure an audience with President Orlean. Once they sit down in the office, it was a familiar enough sight. 3. A grim running theme. Don't look up when watching Don't Look Up, but keep an eye out for subtle references to extinction. We might believe that humanity might overcome its impending apocalypse until the end of the film, but there are several clues throughout the film that they're all doomed as everyone else because of the needless fighting that results from their earnest presentation of science and facts. For example, when Dr. Mindy and Kate first decide to turn to the media for help in spreading their message, they pass by someone dressed as a dinosaur passing out flyers in the street. You may also notice a polar bear with an umbrella perched precariously in the liquor store where Kate works. Visuals like these help Adam McKay's goal of making a connection between the comet and climate change sink in. Be on the lookout for these and other grim hints in the background while you watch for visual cues to ultimate tragedy peppered throughout the action. 4. Peter Isherwall's character mirrors that of Karen, the man who sends souls to the underworld. As an example, Jennifer Lawrence has sharp bangs, a red coif, and facial piercings in the movie Don't Look Up. Leonardo DiCaprio has wacky facial hair, and Meryl Streep has long hair and cat-eyed glasses as well to embody the character she is playing. As a Celtic mogul, Mark Rylance doesn't look like anyone else. He is almost unrecognizable. In fact, for the role of Peter Isherwall, Rylance not only looks and acts like Karen, the ferryman of the river Styx in hell, but he also has the demeanor and looks of someone who's been to hell. If his ability to predict people's actions with the flick of a hand wasn't scary enough, Rylance's delivery of Isherwell's most charged lines should do the trick. Beyond the fact that Steve Jobs is gone and was never a major political mover and shaker, Isherwell combines elements from other recent tech gurus, including most obviously Elon Musk, the CEO and product architect of Tesla Inc., and founder, CEO, and chief engineer of SpaceX. Like Isherwell, Musk is an arguably chilly presence who fancies himself as something akin to mankind's savior, with his determination to lead SpaceX to colonize Mars, complete with its own direct democracy government, and who believes our future is among the stars. The way that Peter Isherwall uses his cell phones to track and data mine folks to the point where he thinks his algorithm can predict the very cause of your death is also the open dirty secret of so many tech companies in the 21st century, but most clearly Facebook, which is now part of the rebranded Meta company run by CEO Mark Zuckerberg. 5. Don't look up, look down. The title of Don't Look Up might refer to the final ridiculous controversy that befalls mankind before the comet rears its beautifully ugly head, but the phrase also becomes a bit ironic in the last few moments of the film. Once it's clear that their work trying to inform the public is for naught and Bash's ill-fated experiment is the last hope for humanity, Randall, Kate, and Dr. Oglethorpe came together with Yule and Dr. Mindy's family in Michigan and turned off the news to enjoy one last supper together in peace before the world's explosive end. The group, after having spent most of their time debating the apocalypse ahead, aside from Kate's ongoing fixation with the time a 3-star general charged them for the White House free food, decides to look down, both literally and metaphorically, on the situation. Instead of looking up at the sky like the rest of the world during their final moments, they keep their eyes lowered to look at each other and talk about everything from store-bought salmon to Mindy's obsession with home-ground coffee beans. Basically, anything to distract them from the shaking that surrounds them. Despite months of efforts to get people to look up, once they recognize the futility of their efforts, they ultimately turn away from the sky and embrace diversion, just like the rest of the world has been doing the entire time. 6. The obvious references to Michigan State University and the status symbol of an Ivy League degree. Michiganders will notice quickly that the Michigan State University references throughout the movie. Don't look up. Kate Dibiasky, played by Jennifer Lawrence, is a Michigan State University astronomy PhD student doing work with the Subaru telescope. She discovers a previously unknown near-Earth object. Her professor, Dr. Randall Mindy, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is a professor from MSU who calculates that the comet will impact Earth in about 6 months. Writer-director Adam McKay is a fan of state universities. He told the Detroit News, "I wanted to make a joke about the kind of status symbol quality of an Ivy League degree, where you see people like George Bush and Jared Kushner, who are total dolts, go to Ivy League schools, or Trump constantly bragging about going to UPenn. Also, state school educations are some of the best educations you can get, and have been for decades." After deciding he wanted DiCaprio and Lawrence's characters to be from a state school, McKay researched which have the best astronomy departments, and Michigan State's is up there. His science advisor on the film, Dr. Mainzer, agreed and vouched for the quality of MSU's astronomy department. In another scene, Jennifer Lawrence is jogging on campus in an MSU sweatshirt. Later on in the movie, we see DiCaprio's character hosting a dinner at his home in Lansing. Also, a Michigan State coffee mug is highlighted. In the movie, Jonah Hill pokes fun at the Spartans and asks if Ivy Leaguers could fact-check the work of the Big Ten alums. "I'm sorry, did you say Michigan State?" asked Jonah Hill's character, who plays the pampered son of the president and the White House chief of staff. "They have an excellent astronomy department," Hill's character said, to which he laughs and snorts a dismissive, "Come on, bro." That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to watch our video Don't Look Up, Ending Explained. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more episodes.